Hey YouTube, it's me G-Bear once again. Here is the second video that I promised you guys since my return. This is actually an older video. The video I showed you guys earlier was actually from today. This video is actually a little bit older, so sorry if I cannot remember it, you know, exactly how it went. But this is actually a very good video against Alpha. Of course, Alpha is a really good Poke YouTuber. If you guys don't know who he is, go check him out. His channel is what is it called? I'm sorry, Garchomp Central. Once again, I was multitasking. You guys know that I'm not the best multitasker, but his YouTube channel is Garchomp Central. So please go check him out if you already haven't. He's very good, and you guys should just really subscribe. And he uploads often. So, let's get this started. All right, so he starts off with his Bennett. I don't know why I almost forgot the name. He starts with Bennett. I start off with Sandy the Croc, which is actually my defensive crocodile. I don't know if I actually showed you guys this one before. I believe I have. But yeah, this is the defensive crocodile. I'm sorry. So I switch out to my Kangaskhan just to bait him because I already knew he was not going to attack. He was going to use Protect so he can get his ability, his Prankster ability. So I actually just send out my Kangaskhan to bait him into going for the Willow. Now I'm going to switch out in the Espeon, predicting him to go for the Will-O-Wisp and bounce right back at him. So now he is burned. He's still a threat because he can still burn my Pokemon. So I have to get rid of him. Hoping he stays in. Well, I'm hoping he stays in so I get rid of him. So now I figured that he would not go for another status move. He's just going to go for an attack. So I send out my Kangaskhan once more. And this time I actually do not switch because now that he knows that I have my Espeon, and he knows how I play. So this time I actually decide to just risk it and go for the Sucker Punch to get rid of this guy. And luckily this time he actually does attack and I get rid of him. And I was actually surprised he had Snatch. I thought he would have Knockoff. But Alpha or Garchomp Central, he thinks outside the box and that's why he's so good. So anyway, he goes into Keldeo, which I always have a problem with this Keldeo. This is the first time that I took it out without such hard problem. He goes for the Calm Mind. I don't know the speed of Keldeo because mine is stupid, so I never used it. So I'll go for the Dragon Dance, hoping that, this next turn, I go for the Dragon Dance, hoping that I can outspeed the next turn. But he goes for HP, I'm assuming Darker Ghost. I'm not sure which one it was. I go for the Dragon Dance, and yeah, I underestimated the speed of Keldeo. He takes me out with another hidden power, so I didn't even get to use my Latios at all, pretty much. So anyway, down goes Latios, which I was like, ah, dang it, I didn't really get to use them or I wanted to use them, so I was a bit disappointed in myself, but it's fine. So I go back into my Kangaskhan just to get the Fake Out it's free damage, so why not? And then I do want to save my Keldeo, and I'm pretty sure he would go for a fighting attack. So I do switch into my Nidoking because he can eat up one fighting attack, which was the Sacred Sword. So yeah, even though he's frail, he can take one of those. So I just know I can. I'm pretty sure I can outspeed this time because this guy is Choice Scarf, and I go for the Sludge Wave and take out the Keldeo, which I was very happy because if he kept the Keldeo around, this match wouldn't have ended the way it did. And I don't know why I didn't notice how far off that was. You guys should have told me that. I would have changed it. But anyway, so he brings in his Greymon, his Tyrantum, I think is the name. I go into Ovlog, hoping that I can take one attack because I knew he would go for the Dragon Dance. And I knew he was going to be Choice Scarfed. I'm Focus Sash, I'm sorry. But I don't have Ice Shard. I don't even know if this guy can learn Ice Shard to break the Sash. I was just hoping I can at least survive one hit and break it, but I couldn't. So down goes the Ovlog. He didn't get to do anything at all, but he did eat up the hit, and in the long run that matters because, yeah, that helped. So anyway, I go back into Nidoqueen, go for the Earth Power. Of course, he has his focus sash, so he was not going to go down. Um, at this point, he's going to easily take me out with an earthquake. Even without the +1 attack, he still would have taken me out because it's freaking Nido King and he's frail. So at this point, I go back into my Kangaskhan and go for the fake out just to take this guy out. Yeah, Kangaskhan is the MVP. That fake out comes in and just does work when I need it to, and then I can switch him out whenever. So at this point, he goes into his Don Fan rollout. I know this guy's defense is off the chain, so I just go for the power punch. There's no point of switching on it to anyone else because, yeah, it's just no point. So I go for the power punch just to get some damage on him and to raise my attack. He goes for the knockoff. It doesn't do much because, of course, technically I'm not holding an item. I'm wearing it. So he's wearing his Megastone, so it doesn't matter. I go for another power punch. Um, it does a nice amount, for unstabbed, weak moves such as power punch. But anyway, he goes for the earthquake, and goodness, I had no idea it would take this much damage. But then again, this is not a defensive Kangaskhan; it's a speedy offensive one, Jolly Nature. So I knew the Ice Shard would take me out, and down goes my Kangaskhan. I should have just went for the facade, but that's what I get for being greedy and going for an extra power punch. Honestly, though, I had no idea that Earthquake would take all that damage. So anyway, I go into Sandy the Croc, get the Intimidate on it, and he withdraws, which I was actually kind of shocked about. But he sends out his Kevin, I can't remember this guy's name, I think Esper. I just decided to go for the power-up punch, just to, because like I said, this is defensive, he has no attack. So I wanted to beef him up a bit. He goes for the reflect. I just decided to go for another power punch because I know he's going to go for a light screen next. He will not attack. I was actually a bit worried at the time because I thought this Esper, or I'm just going to call him Kevin because I can't remember the real name. But I actually thought it would have Dazzling Gleam because I figured most of them would run Dazzling Gleam. So I go for the third power-up punch. And I actually just decide to go for the Dragon Tail, assuming it would stay in because I know I couldn't do anything to it. He sends out Luxury, which actually caught me off guard. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, well, I know this guy must have Ice Fang or Superpower because why else would you be sending out an Espeon? I'm sorry, a Luxray on a Crocodile. So, assuming he would actually switch back into the Luxray, I just decided to go for the Bulldoze, and it actually worked out in my favor, and I get to take out the Luxray, which is pretty cool because he could have caused problems too had he taken me out. So down goes a Luxray, and he is going to go into his Donphan. So I know that I really can't do much to this guy. I just decide to go for the Dragon Tail because I really want to take out that Kevin because I know that he's really the bigger threat. So he brings back in Kevin. I just decide to go for another Power Punch because, wait, I'm sorry. I actually think I messed up. I'm pretty sure I go for Power Punch here. Okay, yeah, I do. I know myself. Yeah, so I just decided to go for another power-up punch. He sets up the reflect. I'm pretty sure he's going to set up the light screen on this next turn. I just decided to go for a Dragon Tail because why not? There's not much else I can really do to this guy. I'm just trying to slowly wither down his health and so I can take him out. He ends up going back into his Donphan, and I'm like, oh crap, this guy is a big problem. I can't really do too much to him because I'm not an offensive Crocodile. And even if I was, this guy is just defense is very good. He goes for the Ice Shard. I still take it fairly well because I am defensive. I go for the Bulldoze just because that was the strongest stab move I had. So I just, decided to go with that one. I actually do have knockoff on my Crocodile now, but at the time I didn't have any dark moves other than foul play. He ends up taking me out with the Earthquake, but he did put a lot of damage on three of the Pokemon. He actually took one out and put a lot of damage on two of them. So at this point, my last Pokemon, which is Espeon, could actually come in and finish the rest off. So he switches back into Kevin, which I kind of expected. I just go for a Calm Mind. No, actually, yeah, I'm sorry. I go for a Dazzling Gleam, just to get some damage off on it. And now I know he's just going to set up his screens because it's about time for it to end. So I just decide to go for Calm Mind. But he actually tricks me. And he doesn't set it up to... Did I just mess up? Oh, no, yeah. So he did trick me, and he doesn't set it up. He decides to attack me first. So he goes for the Side Shock, which does a nice amount. When his second screen wore off, he decides to go for a Light Screen because he figured he wouldn't really need Reflect since I am an Espeon and I have, special attacking moves. Now, I do run Side Shock, which is technically physical, but I'm just assuming what he thought. So anyway, I go for a Dazzling Gleam here just to get some more damage and take this guy out. Down goes the Kevin. And now I know that... Oh, whoops. I messed up. Sorry. Anyway, this next time... Wow, I just messed up completely. I completely forgot about this part. Okay, so I do go for the Morning Sun because I need enough health to survive some Ice Shards. So he goes for the Side Shock, which brings it down. I'm not comfortable with this amount, so I go for another Morning Sun just to ensure myself that I can survive one or two Ice Shards. So now, after this next Side Shock, now I'll actually take out the Kevin with a Dazzling Gleam. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, this is the old video. I didn't really review it, which I probably should have, but yeah. So I can't remember exactly what happened. I'm surprised I remember as much as I do. Anyway, it goes back into Donphan. Now it all comes down to if I can take the Ice Shard. He sends off his first one, and I do take the Ice Shard. Actually, a lot better than I thought I would. I go for the Dazzling Gleam, and that takes him out, and that was the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for messing up, but I'll get better at it the more I do it. Anyway, that was a great game. Like I said, remember to check out Garchomp Central. He is a very good PokeTuber and a good battler. Like, subscribe, comment, and see you guys later.